Hi, it's Nicole. Today I wanted to talk about why I don't ever suggest to couples that they focus on using I statements. I know that that's a very common thing that you hear is to focus on using I statements, but what I tend to find is that in the heat of the moment or when we're really frustrated or overwhelmed with one another, the last thing we're thinking about is using I statements. Or people just use them wrong, I get upset when you always do whatever. And then when someone hears always or never, we automatically get into, I'm going to defend myself because I'm going to tell you about a time that I did do the thing that you say that I always do or never do. And so then I think we just get trapped into this dance of fighting about things that really aren't important, and we're not getting to the core of how we're actually feeling. And so that's why I say don't worry about that. Don't worry about using the I statement or the I message. I would rather you focus on the way that you see each other and the way that you're making sense of each other. And so typically what happens with couples that are in this cycle is that one feels like they aren't being heard or not listened to, and the other one feels like they just can't ever get it right. They're not good enough. And this is what's important. And an I statement or an I message is not going to take away that feeling of I don't feel important or feel good enough or I don't feel listened to. And so I challenge you to direct your focus to thinking about things through a different lens. And so recognizing the pattern that you guys get in, which again, I feel like ultimately is two things. One of you feels not listened to and like what you're saying isn't important, and the other person feels like they're just not good enough and they just can't get it right. And I think when we see each other through those lenses, we can become more compassionate because we're shifting the way that we are thinking about each other. And so we can get easily triggered and get into this defend attack cycle that I'm always talking about. And so I challenge you to pay more attention to the cycle that you guys get into rather than focusing on, oh, I'm going to change the way I'm communicating to an I statement. So I challenge you to think about that.